If it becomes your habit to think about someone, understand that these three things happen to that individual. Sometimes, without knowing it, someone begins lingering in your thoughts. You wake up, and they are the first name that comes to your mind. You retire to bed, and strangely their face appears before you close your eyes. You try to divert yourself with work, entertainment, and people. But they come again and again, and you begin asking yourself, why can't I stop thinking about them? Is this love? Is this connection real, or is it something spiritual? Something transcends human explanation. Let me tell you something powerful today. When it becomes your habit to think about someone, when your mind, heart, and soul continually circulate around a certain individual, three invisible things start happening to that person too, even though they are far away, regardless of whether you haven't spoken for a while, and even if they pretend they have forgotten you. Energy doesn't lie. And in this cosmos, thoughts are energy. Every thought you send out flows like a storm, hits that individual you think about, and returns to you with a response, sometimes in feelings, in dreams, or in sudden memories. 1. Your thoughts begin reaching their subconscious mind. When your mind always thinks about someone, you develop a vibrational connection, a hidden connection that penetrates their subconscious mind. You might not be talking to them, but your energy talks. You might not text them, but your heart sends messages. Have you ever noticed that they see your story or message you after a few days, or their name pops up somewhere precisely when you were thinking about them? That's not a coincidence. That's the resonance. Your energy impulses connect with their aura, triggering their emotions. Our subconscious minds are like antennas. They receive messages from people who truly think about us with passion. When you think of someone sincerely, particularly in love or sorrow, you give off a powerful energy frequency. That frequency doesn't vanish. It moves, and that individual begins to feel restless without understanding why. They might feel sudden melancholy, sudden discomfort, or sudden desire, and they do not understand it. It is your thoughts contacting them like unseen whispers. It's why certain people say, I don't understand why, but I suddenly felt like calling you. That's your energy at work. But here's the reality, this connection operates both ways. If your energy is peaceful, they will feel relaxed. If your energy is erratic, they will feel confused. You are not only thinking, you're sending messages. So be mindful of the kind of thoughts you send, because the cosmos is always listening. 2. Their energy state starts to reflect yours. You have certainly heard this phrase, two individuals connected by the soul feel each other's emotions despite being afar. That's not poetry. It's the physics of energy. Every person carries an electromagnetic field, an aura that vibrates with emotions. If you always think about someone, your energy field starts to connect with theirs. Their state of mind begins to change. Their thoughts start to echo yours. Even their life path may quietly connect with your vibration. Have you ever noticed that you think of them and unexpectedly they show up online? Or you feel low, and, perhaps, they text you at that exact moment. That is not random. That is a reflection of the life force mirror between you. You think of them at 3 a.m., they feel discomfort in their sleep. You feel peace, and they feel comfort without understanding why, because your energy has reached theirs like waves meeting in the middle of a calm sea. And the more emotional your thoughts are, the stronger the connection becomes. When you think of them with affection, compassion, and forgiveness, you heal both souls. But when you think of them with sadness, resentment, or obsession, you block your own energy and theirs too. That is why the cosmos always whispers to you, let go, and not because they are not important, but because love needs to move naturally. Love is never about ownership, it's about connections. When you think gently without expectations, your energy becomes a remedy for both of you. You could notice they get calmer, more focused, and possibly even happier, because the vibration you transmit is healing. You are always affecting them, whether through turmoil or peace. So choose peace, since whatever you think about them becomes part of their emotional state. 3. Destiny begins to rearrange the circumstances between you. Now comes the third and most confusing reality. When you always think about someone with profound emotions, destiny begins responding. The cosmos begins to rearrange events, occurrences, and coincidences only to bring you two into spiritual alignment again. It might be something as small as their names surfacing everywhere, music playing that reminds you of them, a nightmare where they talk to you, or mysteriously meeting them when you least expect it. These are not random events, they are signals of alignment, because your thoughts are energy, and energy produces matter. The more frequently you think about someone, the more you draw them into your life's vibrations. But here's the secret, the cosmos doesn't bring people back for the same narrative. It brings people back for healing, lessons, and progress. Perhaps you are meant to close an old chapter peacefully. Perhaps you are meant to begin a fresh chapter with a deeper understanding. Or perhaps you are just meant to find out that love never ends, it just changes shape. If your connection is founded on deep feeling, the cosmos will give you opportunities to reconnect through messages, dreams, strange coincidences, or even mutual occurrences. But if it was meant to teach you self-worth, the cosmos will instead direct you to contentment within yourself. Either way, when you think of them with emotion, something usually happens, either inside you or around you. Knowing the meaning behind these three things. When it becomes a routine to think of someone, it's an indication of unresolved energy. It indicates your hearts are still in conversation, through silence, through distance. It may not always indicate they are your soulmate or matching flame. Sometimes it just means they came into your life to bring out something, love, patience, reconciliation, or strength. Everyone you can't stop thinking about is a reflection showing you something you have to understand about yourself. If you feel pain, it implies you must heal. If you feel desire, it signifies you have to learn self-love. If you feel tranquility, it signifies you've learned the lesson. The cosmos uses others to teach us what our inner being still needs to learn. And thinking about them is not weakness, it's understanding. It's your heart remembering what it once felt profoundly for.